All right, we are live here at Bob Black Field with Bud Blake along with Blake Ellis. Be the Blake and Blake show tonight.
Bingo.
Got Gibbs High School first-round playoffs versus Granger County here at Fulton High School. And Gibbs drew the 2-seed, Blake, off of the win last week, and then Carter beating Fulton. So here we are at our quote-unquote home field advantage. Eagle Nation has showed up and showed out, though. There is a lot of folks here in the stands, and looking forward to this one tonight. Yep.
Should be a good ball game. Watched a lot of film this week on Granger County, and I think Gibbs is going to be all right tonight.
I think so, too, just looking at some of the, I haven't watched the film on Granger County. I've watched Gibbs all year and seen some of the teams that Granger County has played. They've got a winning record, obviously made the playoffs, but they just don't have the resume that Gibbs has. And Gibbs' resume really, in my mind, is bigger than what it is, because I'm giving them credit for a Clinton win. And even though it was the players that created the turnovers in the Fulton game, I'm giving them a little bit of credit for that one too.
Yeah, we here you're going to get a lot of 3-4 and 3-5 defensive schematics out of Granger County, and they do that because they don't have a lot of speed on the back end. So the more bodies back there, the better off they are. But Gibbs has got size and speed on the perimeter. They got a quarterback that's got a lot of snaps, throws the ball all over the place. So look for Palmer, look for Walker, look for Schoen, look for all of them to have a good game tonight.
Waiting on the coin toss here to see who's going to receive. But, you're talking about all that, those defensive schemes. I got a couple guys down here on the field setting records last week saying, who cares what kind of scheme they run? We're going to throw it on you. We're going to try. Now, I did talk to some folks this week. I'm hearing maybe Boone McCamus might get a shot at coming back tonight, nursing a groin injury all week or all season pretty much. I'm going to say all week, all season long. Sorry, somebody knocking trying to get in had me messed up. But so we may see him. And we're going to see the air attack.
Yep, they're going to throw the ball. They should be able to run. Like I said, Granger County's going to have a three-man front as long as they don't switch something up this week. So there's going to be plenty of gaps up front for Butler and Hubbs to have success on the ground. So I think Mitch, matchup-wise, Gibbs should have a pretty productive night.
Yeah, and you're talking about that setup. Maybe we don't have the air attack tonight. Maybe Butler just has a field day. And Boone and Eli, depending on who all gets to play. I was looking down there just a minute ago to see if Boone was in fact suited up, and I do see him over here on the far right side, number 5, not playing special teams. So it looks like Gibbs going to get the ball in the second half. We kind of talked right through that exchange, didn't we?
Yeah,
we got a little carried away. We got some sponsors tonight, Blake. I'm going to talk more about that here in a minute. Let this game get kicked off here. Nice, warm evening in the booth.
Beautiful. It's beautiful outside. Yeah, it's stuffy.
When's the last November playoff game when you're in shorts and T-shirt?
I have no idea.
Normally by this time of the year, we're chilly. We've got our long sleeves on, and it's downright hot out here.
On the way here, I was hoping we was going to be on top of the box again tonight.
It would have been a good night for it, honestly. All right, so good return setting up here by Granger County. Got something to prove. Looks like Angola's going to have to wrap him up. Wow, Benji made a good open field tackle.
He comes there and stuck him.
So Granger County out with about a 35-yard return there near midfield, Blake.
Yeah, coverage broke down right there in the middle. They got out of their lanes, and the returner there exploited it.
I think we're going to see the Honey Badger have a little something to say about that, we think. White West get a little worked up right here.
Got that young man in class. He's fired up this morning. Fridays in electric class is cornhole days. So everybody played cornhole, got fired up, talked football, should be ready to roll.
All right, so let's see what Granger County got. A little play action. Quarterback keeper. I'm going to try to run us down a Granger County lineup here in a minute, see if we can get some names here. Unfortunately, don't have that again. I didn't see the coaches till late this evening to try to get one. So, playoff game, Blake. So, TSSAA rules, you got to spend a little money to cover these playoff games. So, it's a good little chunk of change. I'm not going into detail as to how much it was and this, that, and other, but you do have to pay to cover these games. So, we wanted to do that, and I knew I had some folks that we could reach out to Granger County came up with a good run there. Gibbs going to have to get on that run defense. But we've got a church that said, you know what, we'll go ahead and take care of it. We'll go ahead and pay for it for you. We're going to front it up. But I knew we had some sponsors, so I reached out to a couple folks, Patterson Tea and Waste, Perry Realty Group, and said, hey, guys, I could use some help tonight. We need a little sponsorship money. We had to pay to do this. It's a one-time deal. It's a one-game deal. Now, listen, they know, Blake, there's not a million viewers watching this. This was not for to gain their notoriety or get business. Both of them stepped up big. Perry Realty actually offered to pay the whole fee for us. And we already had Patterson Tea and Waste who had paid some of it. And so I said, hey, listen, we've already got this much. If you'll cover the rest, that's great. Thank you. But I was like, wow. Without question, both businesses. We got some graphics we'll throw up tonight. Patterson Tea and Waste, you can get rock, dirt. They've got roll-off containers. Phone number will be on the graphics when we post it up. Perry Realty Group, please go see them for any of your realty needs. And, again, guys, they're sponsoring tonight. We're going to advertise for them, but they know they're not being in front of millions of viewers. So Gibbs finally got a little stop there, Blake.
Finally got some traction.
Yeah.
Got another stop.
So you got to have them behind the sticks a little bit here, 3rd and long. I think if I'm Granger County, though, I'm probably already entering 4-down territory. Playoff game.
Absolutely.
You're on the Gibbs pushing their 30-yard line.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're not. Granger County's not getting much push up front. They're doing a good job of opening lanes. Mm-hmm. It's not the downfield push that they're getting. They're just able to get the defensive lineman for Gibbs gets their hips turned and creating some lanes that their running backs reading really well.
Well, one thing about the Gibbs coaching staff, I think, has done a phenomenal job all year long of adjusting to things that weren't working well. So may have a good drive here, but I look for the coaching staff to kind of fix what ails us here. Granger County looking to set up a little screen here. Gonna be first down yardage, I think. Yeah,
I think you got it.
So the good news, they hit us for a couple rips, including the long kickoff return. But Gibbs seeming to kind of settle in right here and making them earn that first down. You know, one of the things that's worked well for Gibbs all year, and we talk about it every week, I try to, but the lines have done a phenomenal job, defensive and offensive line all year long, able to stand up and hold their ground. A lot of these guys playing double duty, what you call Iron Man football, both sides.
Oh, yeah.
This number 40 here is a pretty stout little kid.
Runs the ball well for a man of his stature.
Yeah, so slowing up those gains. Look about a 3-yard gain there, 3.5 for Granger on first down. So I got a trivia question for tonight as well.
I'm not even going to talk about it. I got my wrist slapped
I don't think you can spoil this one. It has nothing to do with Gibbs, Granger County. Has nothing to do with Carson Newman, but it's a 3-parter. I've got a 3-parter.
We got a trilogy.
And I always encourage people to cheat. They're really going to have to tonight.
God, kid runs tough.
This is not common knowledge question. Gibson in a little backup, get a fresh body in there. So at this point, if they're going to continue to push the run, you've got to cram some men in the box, right? You got 3rd and short, probably going for it on 4th if they don't get it here.
Yeah, and the field's condensed when you get this close, so you don't have to worry about deep shots or.
Well, they're lining up heavy on us here.
Good job.
I don't think he's going to have. He's going to lose about 3 yards.
Yeah, Gibbs did a really good job of turning that back inside.
The near spot's going to put him losing a yard. I feel like he lost more than that, but a yard and a half is what they're spotting it. So you're going to have 4th and 3 here, Blake. You get bend but don't break, right?
Right. And I think you're right. I think they're going to go for it. I don't
see a reason not to. I like the call for Granger County.
Well, if you've got a good kicker, this is an easy 3 points, but I don't know what the kicking situation is. I watch film, but I don't watch kickers.
Yeah, and in most times in high school, now Gibbs fortunate to have I think Angola's a fine place kicker, but most high schools don't have that in their repertoire. And Gibbs going to shut him down. So that's going to be Gibbs Eagles football.
Brady Hughes
at their 15-yard line. Brady Hughes taking him down. So Brady Hughes, Defensive Player of the Week last week on some levels, showed up. We were calling his name a lot in that game. And he's one that's came on throughout the year, Blake. You didn't see him on the field a lot early in the year. And now he's past couple weeks, we're calling that name a lot on defense. So phenomenal job there. Gibbs able to turn them back.
And he's a sophomore. He's a youngster.
I like it.
It's a kid Turner's going to have for another 2 years.
Yeah. I like it.
Or 3, depending on what the grades are.
He's probably smarter than you and I. Palmer in the shotgun here. Going to send Eli in motion. And he's got his favorite target down here. Oh, he's hit Eli with it. Boy, if he could hold just another moment, that's a great game by Eli.
I caught some flack for calling him Randy Moss last week.
I figured
a
you
lot of the kids at school didn't appreciate that.
I figured you might, but he got a good gain there for about 9 yards. And I guess it just opened. I've got this bar right here in front of me. I can't see everything all the time.
He fell.
Yeah, that's got a chance to be picked off, and he doesn't catch it. I think Kamen Schoen might play a little defense there too and go after that one, but Walker fell down. I think their feet truly got tangled up.
He's looking for a flag, but I don't know if I didn't pay attention if there was any shoving or they got tangled.
Again, this thing right here is killing me. I wish I could show it to y'all at home. There's like an 8-inch thing between the windows here that trying to see everything, and I seem to miss what happens each time. I like being on top of the booth better. Gibbs going to be close on that one.
Ooh, I think Ross
it's
Palmer
gonna be
might have
down.
slipped a little bit.
Yeah, they went to push him, and he slipped a little bit, so you're going to.
They gave it to him. I'm surprised they didn't measure, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that looked like one you might want to measure, but we'll take the first down, and Connor Atkins going to enter the game. Switching guys to the far side. Got Schoen and Atkins on the far side of the field, Walker near side, and it's going to be Butler. Yeah, Butler going to have another first down.
Ooh, easy on the track, young man.
Yeah.
That is one thing I've noticed about Fulton's Field. There's not much on the sidelines before you start hitting track. And that's rough on the forearms.
Yeah. Shut that volume down on the phones. Here we go. Palmer's got Schoen far side, who is a slippery one. And they still didn't get him down. They got him out of bounds. That kid just amazes me because he's, like I said, he's not big, and he's not doing any evasive maneuvers. They just can't bring him down. With Walker, he's got the stiff arm. He's being physical with him. It came into somehow slips right through. Give to Butler. Far side of the field, going to have about 6 yards. So now you're starting to see what we expected. You're starting to see Gibbs move the ball methodically down the field. And I think number 40 for Granger's playing both sides of the ball here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, he's playing linebacker as well. So he's got Walker out here with a blocker.
Well, that was defended well on Granger's part.
Very well.
Connor's got to be a little bit more aggressive out there on the edge, keeping – you don't – obviously at that particular block, you don't have to get any push, but you can't be pushed backwards into Walker.
Yeah. And so Granger getting some fresh bodies in here. Shotgun formation again is Palmer. Atkins goes in motion, tries to get him a little hard count there. Going to get the play now. Coaches look like college coaches down here, calling it 47 guys making different movements. And it's going to be Butler. That would have been my call as well. First down, Eagles. We're going to call that a Perry Realty first down from here on out. The rest of the night, Perry Realty first down. And we got Patterson T and wasted opportunities. We also use that one for bad calls.
Yeah.
Patterson T and wasted call. Keep the flag in your pocket. So I got to watching. Here Butler around the edge. Again, a good hard run for 6 yards. He runs for 6 yards all night. I just keep handing it to him.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Mm-hmm. So 2nd and 4 here. It's almost into the red zone. Atkins in motion. And that's going to be a give to Butler again, straight up the middle. Granger County is ripping for that ball, Blake. They are grabbing for it, which is causing some missed tackles. But if they get hold up, we got a Granger player down. We're going to give this kid a chance to get off the field. Oh, but looks like Butler maybe might have been shaken up or got an equipment issue one.
Well, he's looking at his forearm. I wonder if his forearm's bleeding. They're making him come out and get a bandage on.
Might have got cut. Yeah, you can't bleed on the field. Can't bleed on the field. So we got an official timeout here. Got a little conversation with the Zebras. We have another Zebra conversation. The White Hat looks confused.
I'm just glad we don't have the crew from the Clinton game.
Yeah.
That's all I'm happy about.
He's got another official timeout. I don't know what that's about. Nonetheless, here we are.
Are they measuring? On second down?
Yeah,
on second down?
Well, they hurt us, Blake. We wanted the measurement last time, even though it worked in our favor. I like this end of the field better, though. That thing's not in my way. First down.
Football length.
So that's what all the conversating was about, I guess.
I guess.
You got one ref calling for measurement. Maybe the other didn't think we needed one, so.
You don't see a measurement on second down very often.
No. And from our angle, it's tough to see that we needed a measurement at about a 45-degree angle here to the field. So nonetheless, shotgun. Palmer going to run, design quarterback run. It looks like he's going to have the end zone.
Walker.
Yeah.
Excellent block downfield.
Yep. Touchdown Eagles. Bryson Palmer in for 6. So we're going to see Angola come on for the extra point. I've been waiting all night kind of see that setup, that play action, Palmer take off because he's got some wheels too. And you're going to have to call this extra point. I can't see. Oh, now I can.
I don't want to jinx it, but Benji's automatic.
You just jinxed it. Nope, he made it.
No. Nope, got Hankies down.
Uh-oh, flags on the field.
Stop the lot show.
Yeah, that's got to. We learned that, right? The light show's got to come after the extra point. So our man Richie Beeler down here has learned how to operate the lights. That's who's doing this. I noticed the red, white, and blue for the national anthem. That was pretty cool. We got those at our field. We don't have a stadium, but we got the cool
got
lights.
the lights, just no stadium.
All right, so field goal's good. Personal foul. Oh, against Gibbs and Granger.
I'm not sure what that last over yonder signal was, but
I kind of assume that was both sides. We'll see right here. If it's offsetting, then they'll kick off from the normal spot. I'm thinking that was offsetting personal foul.
He was just a few hand motions from the YMCA. I don't know. I mean, Jiminy Christmas.
Oh, what do you think about tomorrow, Blake?
Golly, am I ready for it? I tell you what, I spent some time on Twitter looking at what the fans have to say, and I've never been a fan of Georgia fans anyways. Any grown person walks up down the street barking at people is just deranged in my opinion. I joke with my dad, he's an Alabama fan, and, you know, Alabama catches all the incest jokes. But you've got to be crosswired to bark at people as a grown adult. So, boy, I'd like to hang 70 on them if I could. I'd like to see Kirby Smart throw another hissy fit.
So it was a mistake, Blake. I figured this out. He called the personal foul on Gibbs and then realized he had made that mistake and then turned around and calls it back on Granger. He's got confused. Okay. So this is going to be a personal foul against Granger that's enforced on the kickoff. I kind of thought he might have called offsetting, but normally when they do that, they'll give the personal foul again and then point the other way. So he's just made a mistake on the first time, called it on Gibbs. So we're going to forgive him for that one. We'll let that go. Probably not. He'll pay for that tonight, but whatever.
If you're Turner, do you try the surprise onside?
You know,
you're this far deep.
Worst case scenario, you give it to him on the 35. I think so.
I'd roll with it.
I like the thought.
I mean, what do you have to lose?
It's not Angola right there kicking it. So I may think you might be onto something here, Blake. Yep, onside kick. It's not going to go far enough. It's not going to go far enough. Yeah. So at that point, if you're Gibbs, what you got to do is let a Granger player attempt to pick it up. Then you waylay them.
Yeah.
But yeah,
kick it out of their hands.
I like the thought. You called it. I like the thought. I like the idea. But yeah, it's got to go a little bit further.
I've told Jason, and you've talked about it before. I like everybody in a huddle, turn around, kick it, and just go down and start knocking heads. Yeah. I mean,
I call that let the bodies hit the floor.
Reckless abandonment.
Let the bodies hit the floor play. That's what we're doing.
I mean,
because then all you've got to do is kick it 10 yards. And that's all you got to do. Just run by it and then just waylay them.
And if you start hitting people in the mouth on a 10-yard sprint all the time, eventually they're not going to want to be hit in the mouth anymore. It's an easy onside at that point.
Yeah. So Granger here, quarterback draw, design run, and he is taken down big time. I didn't see him looking.
25, Brady Hughes.
Yeah, Brady Hughes again. So
Mama, there goes that man.
Good little 3-yard gain, but he was taken down pretty hard. Hughes got him by the feet and just dropped him. Been wanting them to tackle low all season. I like that we can hear the band this week. I missed that last week. I like being able to hear it. Gets me fired up. Y'all can't see me at home dancing, but it's happening.
Although the chair with the nice table in front of us was official.
I
it was
agree.
nice.
I agree.
I felt like I should have been wearing a polo and khakis.
Musselman was in there on that great pass by Granger County. Musselman was all over him, and he just kind of sidearmed that ball around him. So Granger County saying we can throw the ball too. So we were talking earlier, there was a scrimmage earlier before preseason scrimmage between these two teams, and it was a little chippy, huh?
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that there was a preseason matchup with these two scrimmage, and it was a little chippy.
Now, you'll have to you obviously you went to Gibbs and I went to Hall, so you know more about old school rivalries. But I heard that this used to be a rivalry between two schools. They called it the G Bowl. Is there anything to that?
So you're probably going to have to go back further than I for that, because I can always remember Union County and Rutledge being that was kind of hey, we got this week, you know.
Right.
May have to go back a little further for that one. And so Granger County moving the ball here. Back to pass again. Got a man open. You're going to have Connor Atkins wrestling him out of bounds. And for those at home wondering, on the scoreboard, Fulton is the Gibbs score. So as the home team, guest is Granger County. I believe we've got that up on our screen there. It's in your upper right-hand corner. You can see that as Fulton. Gibbs has 7. Granger County guest has 0. In case you're just tuning in. This kid runs tough. We got to find this kid's name.
All 150 pounds of him.
Yeah, he's a thick 150 pounds, though. He's got broad shoulders. Look at this, helping each other up. I like the sportsmanship. Help a honey badger off the ground. So I can't talk enough about our sponsors tonight. I've got to mention Perry Real Estate. I've got to mention Patterson Tea and Waste all night long, because they really helped us pull this out when there was really nothing for them to gain. So grateful for them. Please visit those if you have any real estate needs. Perry Real Estate Group, rock hauling, dirt hauling, any kind of hauling, Patterson Tea and Waste. And balls on the ground.
Balls on the ground.
And I believe that's Weaver. Is that Weaver? No,
78.
it is. It's Weaver.
Oh, we got Hankies, too.
Hankies on the ground. Hopefully that's not a false start. Or, excuse me, hopefully it's not offsides against Gibbs. He's pointing towards a Granger player over here. This guy here. I love watching referee talks, trying to wonder what they say. No, this kid.
It's like they're snitching on him.
Yeah, this kid right here. I'm showing you. So here comes Whitehead again. Hopefully he doesn't get confused. Dead ball, personal foul against Granger County. So there's going to be another 15 yards on it. So Gibbs going to be set up, getting good penetration there, and that ball hits the ground, and Will Weaver just there to fall on it. All right, I'm getting some updates. I'm getting some scholar updates here, Blake, and I'm going to check my phone, see what I've got here. So I still say we own them, but this coming from Kevin Graves, thank you for the info. Prior to 1996, Rutledge and Gibbs were in the same district, so played every year, 80s and 90s. But again, I remember Gibbs being on the upper side of that as far as on football. Palmer, good cut, tucked that ball in, and he's got a lot of grass in front of him, Blake. He's to the 30. He's got a blocker out front, and he's got to slow down. Kamen.
Yeah, there we go.
There's again, Bryson Palmer for 6 touchdown, Gibbs Eagles.
Kamen beating him to the end zone.
Yeah, I was like, slow down. We need a block. So he did. He checked up, gave him the block he needed. So again, you see 14-0. You know, I talked earlier. I was talking to some fans in the stands, and I kind of figured this would be a lot like last week. You got a good Granger County team. South Dole was a good team. They were able to move the ball on Gibbs. Gibbs was just a little more crisp all around on everything, and that's kind of what it's looking like again tonight. Not as many mistakes, and I think this game is going to shape up to be a lot like what we saw Gibbs versus South Dole. Oh, and there's a light show. If we ever get a stadium, we have this.
It's coming. It's coming,
like
people
it.
of Corrington. It is coming.
Y'all get
the old saying, build it and they will come, but that's the problem, building it.
Yeah. All right. For kickoff, want to take a quick break? No? Okay. No, we're not going to take a quick break.
I guess that wasn't worked in the contract this week.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll be honest with you. Nelson's the boss. I just do what I'm told when I'm told, except for when I told him he had to come here tonight. I want to thank these guys again, Blake. This is the last game we're going to do this year. Nelson, Jenny, Kevin, Keaton. It's a lot of work, and they're here every week. And it's tiring. We're all tired at the end of the night. It's fun when you're doing this aspect of it, but it's a lot of work for everybody else. And folks at home, they don't get paid a dime for what's done here. And, we're doubling their pay, though, next year. They don't make anything, but we're going to double it. And that's another reason why we're so thankful for sponsors. We didn't take any this year, but had some that have committed in the past that really stepped up tonight just to help us out.
The only thing we get out of it is Justin told us we don't have to tithe anymore.
Really? I wasn't told that.
I've not been tithing for 2 years.
Dang it, I just paid mine yesterday. This one looking like it's got a chance to go out of bounds. Yeah, they're going to get that on 35.
We got offsides on Gibbs anyways.
Yeah, so I think if I'm let's see how they call this. I don't know if you can take that offsides on with the 35-yard penalty or the.
I think they're going to make them re-kick it.
Yeah.
If I was Granger County, I'd try and decline it.
Well, if you make them re-kick it, they got to kick it from 5 yards deeper. I'm with you. I think I make them re-kick it if I'm Granger County. Yeah, that's what they're doing. They can come back because that's not one you can tack on to the end there. So 14-0. Late in the first quarter here, and Gibbs going to re-kick after a 5-yard penalty for offsides. The kids are just too fast, man. They got a lot of team speed.
They have speed. Looking ahead a little bit.
Go ahead, look ahead.
I'm going to fast forward a little bit. Let's say Gibbs finishes this game off. Now, we're early. Granted, it's still first quarter.
Sure.
Gibbs finishes this game off. They're more than likely going to see Greenville. Mm-hmm. Big, bad, dreaded Greenville.
Yeah.
But there is hope. I've watched film on them this week, too. And Greenville is a good – ooh, that's a stick.
Yeah, so we're going to make that out to be a 7-yard loss for Granger County because if they had declined the penalty, they would get the ball on the 35-yard line. Now it looks like about the 28 is where they're going to gain possession. But anyway, finish your thought.
I've watched film on Greenville this week, too. Now, they're a good football team, don't get me wrong. They're still Greenville. But they don't have the standout athletes that they had years previous.
Mm-hmm.
I think Gibbs matches up. I'm not going to say Gibbs goes up there and wins the game, but I'm going to say Gibbs it's going to be a dogfight.
I'll tell you this, and I hate that you bring it up because I got to say this statement. Gibbs feasibly could have been in every single ball game they played. Could have and should have won a couple other ball games that they played. One game that stands out in my mind is the Webb game where they kind of got run all over, and it seemed like they just got punched in the mouth a couple times.
Ooh.
And it really great play there in the backfield. Was that Musselman?
That's Musselman.
And they never recovered. You know, now all season long they've been fighting. They've been down. They fought against Fulton. This first quarter's coming to an end. They fought all season long and were down against Fulton, fought back. And that Webb game, I think, was a turning point. And I don't know what happened. I don't know if they were coached up. So you got to hope in that scenario that you go to Greenville, if they come out and punch in the mouth first, that Gibbs can do what they do. I think they can score on anybody. I don't think there's anybody that can compete with the rushing and passing attack. Gibbs is so evenly balanced with what they do. I don't think there's anybody that can stop them, but you're going to have to track meet with them.
You mentioned that Webb game. The kids at school, after that game was over with, the common sound was Webb really didn't beat us that bad. We had too many mistakes on our part. Mm-hmm. They went back, they watched film, and they realized, hey, this is what we should have been doing. I think they started, hey, if we do what we need to do, we can play with those boys. We shot ourselves in the foot too many times, and I think, as a player, when you look at that, hey, if we had just done what we're coached to do right here, that doesn't happen. Yeah. So I think you're right. I think mentally there was a little bit of a turning point right there. Hey, we clean some of this up, and we can play with anybody.
Yeah, and they have. They were in the game against Anderson County late. Clinton's got a really good football team. Again, that's one that I give Gibbs credit for a win there, but they can play with anybody. It's going to be a tall task. You win tonight, you got to go to Greenville. That's an environment up there, at least the last time I was there. It's an environment. They take football very seriously up there, and it's a home field advantage for them for sure.
Absolutely.
Crowd noise is going to be in their favor. So maybe I set it up for a glass half empty and we come out with a W. Got to win here tonight first.
Got to finish this one. Golly, look at that kid.
Yeah, trying to see who all was in there on him. Musselman again. Musselman's been active on defense, him and Brady Hughes all night long. So still got him behind the sticks here, Blake, 3rd and 8. Clock rolling here, 11:40 in the third quarter.
I wonder what those black helmets are going to look like with white jerseys.
I think they'll look just fine. I think at this point, though, maybe next season, I mean, you've got all these different combinations. We can get some black jerseys too.
I think they're working on that. When you go white jerseys, do you stick with the black pants or do you wear the blue pants?
So they put a post out this week. Oh, here we go. We got some traction in the backfield. Didn't quite get there. We got a potential for. Oh, what in the world?
Somebody's got to call it, boys. Like the outfield.
I don't know. I think they just misjudged that one. That ball was thrown 30 yards in the air, and Connor Atkins and Bryson. Was that Boone? I don't know if that was Boone or if it was Walker with him. I know Connor was one of them. It's almost like they just misjudged it. Yeah, so Boone getting some PT on defense here. That might be a little bit easier on that groin injury.
Probably.
I know the kid wants to play, but I want him to heal. A lot of these guys got a chance to play on Saturday somewhere. You don't want to see them just keep pushing it and make a lifelong injury and ruin what could be. So Granger back to punt here. It's a win either way, even though we didn't get the interception.
Boy, that punter's not very deep in the backfield.
No, he just about got blocked. You had to stay away from that one, Hunter.
That always makes me nervous.
Dead. Yeah, Hunter made a good call getting away from that one. Letting it hit. Gibbs very fortunate that ball didn't kick towards their own end zone. But, yeah, he wasn't back very deep, and it wasn't a very long kick. Just about got blocked. I didn't pay attention to who it was because I watched the kick. Somebody about pushed a Granger County lineman into the punter.
Is Mr. Gibson down there? Is he participating in No Shave November? Has he got some scruffle going on?
I gotta find him. He shouldn't be hard to find.
No,
I see him right there. Yeah.
It looks like he's got a little bit of a beard going on.
Yeah, well, that goes from I think that they let it run from October to December, so it's a charity thing.
Okay.
With Knox County Sheriff's Office, they allow them to do that. They pay X amount, and it goes to a charity. I'm not sure what the charity is this year, but the Sheriff's Office lets them not shave for X amount of time. I want to say it was like October through November maybe, but either way they let them do that, and then the money goes towards something good, and I'm sure the officers enjoy being able to grow a little facial hair. So Bryson Walker here, close to first down yards. We'll see where they mark it. He just needed the 33. Still can't see the spot here. Looks like they're gonna give him 3rd and a short one. Yeah, and if you measure the last one, you might as well measure this one, but it does look like it's a little bit short there based on the hash. So Gibbs looking for a play. I think Butler right here, right? 3rd and a short one. Butler can get that. Changing the package, lining up. I think Granger.
Palmer keeper and having Hubs.
Oh, ball's on the ground.
Not that.
Yeah, Palmer falls on it. So now you've got a decision to make. 4th and a long 2, possibly 3. That's not what you wanted. Fumble the ball. We were just talking about mistakes and keeping it clean. Oh, snap it, snap it, snap it, snap it. Yeah,
they got him.
That's going to be 12 men on the field unless they called a timeout.
They gave him the timeout.
They gave him the timeout. Good heads-up play by Palmer, snapping that ball while Granger County's trying to get a player off the field. He ran on, and then I guess that's him. No. So he turns and goes the other way. So first So first half, second quarter, 10:06 remaining. Gibbs up 14-0. 4th and 3 decision here. Looks like that's the offense in that huddle down there on the field, Blake.
I think I go back to that quad set. Pitch it out there to Walker and let him do his thing.
Well, I like Palmer in motion right here. I like getting Palmer on a rollout. And then if well, that's my play call. I get Palmer on a rollout. If something's there, toss it. If not, take off through the green grass. We'll see what Granger County's got here on defense if they're going to pack the box again and look for a Butler run. We do got a little glitch. We got some issues with our screen here. No, and there, it's back. So we're having some issues with our monitors here in the booth tonight. Everything is coming through on your all's end, but nothing on our end is working. Sean, that's going to be enough for the first down and maybe 6. He's quick. Oh, yes, they're going to knock him out right there on about the 2-yard line. Great pass and catch. Great scheme by Gibbs.
They're so good at that throw. That little throwback quick screen right there.
I love it. I love it. Came in without the Stormtrooper helmet tonight. Back in a regular helmet. Must be off concussion protocol. And it's going to give to Butler here, who's going to find the end zone for a Gibbs Eagles touchdown. No laundry on the field.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
After the field goal, we're going to fix the glitch, I'm told. So potentially if you lose the stream, come right back. We're going to fix whatever it is that's going wrong after this extra point. So you may lose coverage for just a minute. Come right back. We'll get it right back up. It was there. It was just over to the corner. All right, now you're seeing what we're seeing. All right, so we are back. Still working on the glitch on our end. So for the most part, you guys been seeing normal stuff tonight, but our monitors here in the booth are acting crazy, got a little mind of their own. So we were trying to fix that. We've now got it to where we're at least seeing what you're seeing and able to do some different stuff. Apologize for that little interruption, but we got back just in time for the kickoff. And a good deep kick by Angola. They're going to let that one sail into the end zone. So have it out here.
1st and 10, Grizzlies at the 20.
20-yard line. Glad I'm not having to work all this technical stuff, Blake. I drive trucks for a living. This is not my cup of tea.
Way above my pay grade.
I'll be honest with you, though. Let me tell you, I'm proud of me. The other night, I got the computer out. I logged on. I got my own benefits set up for the year. It's open enrollment. Done that all by myself. I was super proud. That's a big accomplishment. It's nothing like this.
No.
Mean, for me,
baby steps. Baby steps.
Yeah, you get there. What's funny is, years ago I was a technical guy to start all this stuff, and now it's like it just outran me.
Yep.
At some point I quit using it, quit utilizing it, and it's just it doesn't take long for technology to get ahead of you. Got a man deep, and no laundry. And I don't think there was any deserve there.
No.
Hunter got a little bit close with. I think that was Hunter on the coverage. Got a little bit close with him there, but really the receiver was just running into him.
He's uncatchable too.
Yeah.
I don't think he ever had a chance.
Good arm. Good arm. So Granger County lining up here. I think you think they're giving up on the run, Blake. They've done well all night.
Well,
Musselman again in the backfield right there as they throw that good stiff arm by Granger.
Oh, jeez, there's one.
Yeah, Kamen, that got you, buddy. You got to check up. You got to check up on that one. Kids on the sideline obviously going out. So I think if you don't hit him as hard, that flag maybe doesn't go up, but he waylaid him.
Yeah, he put a shot on him.
So you just gave him 15 yards right here.
Yeah, I think Granger County might be feeling a little bit of heat now, down 3 scores already in the first half. But you can't abandon your game plan. You've worked all week, and you've watched film, and you've installed what you thought would put you in the most successful position. You can't abandon it in the second quarter.
Yeah, and at some point you do abandon it, but I don't think now's the time. They were running the ball very well. You are 3 scores down, but there's a lot of football left to play. And going to go back with a quarterback design run here. Going to get about 3, maybe 4 yards. I'm going to give him 4 on the spot. It's a little bit of a bonehead play. On Kane's part, but he'll learn from that real quick. I don't think he does that again this game.
No. I'd say Coach will have a little talking to when he comes off the field, and that'll be the end of it.
And so you got 2nd and 6, and they're going to gain 3 or 4 here. Going to set up about a 3rd and 4. So we got our Patterson Tea and Waste logo up here. Rock, sand, dirt, hauling, sales, whatever you need for your driveway, your foundation, roll-off containers, phone number on there. Greatly appreciate them tonight. I think that was a Patterson Tea and Wasted opportunity right there when it came up with a late hit.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a little laundry on the field. False start, Granger County, so let's add 5 more to it. That was a heck of a referee. Oh, no, that was the quarterback. Never mind. I was going to give him credit for a good ref toss there, but that was the quarterback.
If you're Granger County, you can't have that. Down 3 scores, you're in 3rd and manageable, and you just poured salt in the wound.
It's playoff time. You want to play everything clean, and for the most part, it's been a pretty clean game tonight. But seeing things get a little out of hand here in this second quarter. Granger County continued line up in shotgun. A drop back to pass. He's got a guy in the zone. Yeah, he just found a hole in the zone right there and sat down in it. So Gibbs went away from the man coverage there and went to his zone, Blake, and Granger County found a hole in it.
Good pitch and catch.
Mm-hmm.
Looked like just a little digger out. He decided to break off right there, like he said. There's a soft spot in the zone, and
and that's the only thing about his own defense. If you've got a good quarterback and wide receivers that can find those holes, they're going to move the ball on you all night long. Here's number 5 trying to get the edge, but only good for a couple. Nelson getting that cookie I offered him earlier. Thanks, but no thanks, he said.
I'd say, I wonder if he's a shortstop or something.
All right, Blake, we got 2nd and 8. Granger County in shotgun again. I like their formations. They do a lot out of that. And number 40 there again for just about a yard.
That'll be a late one.
Yeah, that's going to be 15 going the other way. Yeah.
Against Connor Atkins. What did he do?
He went flying is what he did. Yeah, I was watching what just happened down here, and then I seen a body go flying and a flag come in behind it. So this is what I was talking about. I think that, again, in the scrimmage early in the season, this game got a little chippy, and you can see it's kind of starting to get that way tonight. So,
well, anytime a score gets a lopsided like this, especially this early in the game, tempers are going to start flaring to the lesser side here. So,
15-yard penalties will have a little bit to do with help that. We've got our Perry Realty Group logo on the screen for you right now. Again, all your real estate needs, whatever you need, look up the Perry Realty Group. Email there at the bottom, phone number bottom left. Give them a call. Jot that down if you have any need for any real estate. If they can't help you, I'm sure they know somebody that can. Good folks, and we greatly appreciate them tonight. All right, so it's going to be third in the old St. Mary's Hospital here, Blake. What you think?
They're going to check it.
Chunk
I'd play 2 or 3 over the top.
Yeah, you're gonna
pretty much play outfield back here, and
that's what it looks like. You've got Kamen Schoen and Bryson Walker back in safety positions. Standing a little too close. They're going to separate now. So we got a. Yeah, that's not going to be enough.
I didn't get back to the original line of scrimmage.
No, so still you're going to be fourth and looks like about 13 here. And Granger County going to go for it. I don't know that I blame them on Gibbs' side of the field, down 21 points, 6 minutes left to go in the second quarter. I don't know if there's a really bad decision here, right? You punt it, you go for it. I mean,
well, you've not shown that you can stop Gibbs.
I think you chunk it downfield. In worst case scenario, you get an interception. It's the same as a punt.
Yeah, better get lucky and get a flag.
Yeah, you can always look for the pass interference call, and that's what they're going to do. It's still going to be short of the first down. I don't like that throw. I don't even like that route. To me, when you're in a situation like that, a comeback route that's inside the first down marker, I don't see the point in it.
You see it at high school level, you see it at college, pro, you see it all the time.
Yeah.
You got third or fourth down a certain yardage to get, and they want to run a route that's 2 yards short of the sticks.
And the comeback route works, but you've got to run it beyond the sticks and come back to where you catch it having the first down. Because on a comeback route like that, 9 times out of 10, that defender is on your back.
Right.
You fooled them once, but they're coming right back for you. So here we've got Palmer in shotgun. Shown to the near side. I believe that's there's Walker. Yeah, you're not going to just bump his ankles. Watch him. He's so hard to bring down.
Golly.
He is such to be no bigger than he is. He is such a strong runner and a strong kid.
He's got to be dizzy.
I'm telling you. And I was talking to somebody today, some of the guys I work with or had worked with. We have a little chat call that happens every day, 4 or 5 of us on there. And I was talking about Bryson Walker, and I'm like, you guys need to watch him. He's so hard to bring down to be no bigger than he is. And so to give to Butler, who's taking care of that football, got 2 arms on it for about a 5-yard gain there.
That was a good patient run, too.
Yeah.
Just sweet talked his way up in there, waiting for some daylight.
He's good for that, and it's like he knows when to do that, and he knows when to just bust it. But he's following one of those big linemen right there. So again, they give to Butler. Got 2 hands on the ball. He'll be down about the 1-yard line. So Gibbs going to have it 3rd and goal here at the 1. I'm touchdown all the way right here. We don't want 3, do we?
No. I would say you're either going to get Palmer right up the middle and Butler and Hubs behind him pushing, or going to hand it off to Hubs.
Is lined up in the fullback position. Lucky we didn't get, I believe he's in, touchdown. Yeah. No, yep, there it is. Touchdown Eagles. Going to be Nathan Butler with the score. Almost a false start right there. Butler wanted to go just a half a second early. But I think they snapped the ball before he really got into motion. So going to be sitting here 27-0, pending the extra point to get to 28. Angola's back to the kick. And it's good. So Blake, 28-0 here. Late in the second quarter, 4 minutes, 20 seconds. There goes the light show. That's so cool. Can't wait till we get it. So my understanding is, do we got blue lights on ours? Those are blue ones?
Yeah, they should be. They should be.
Because I know Central can do the red and white.
Yes.
So I'm hoping we got blue and white on ours if we ever get a stadium. It's getting old saying that.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of, so at the beginning of the season, there was hope that we might, if we got to a playoff home game, there was hope that game is played at Gibbs High School. And, of course, we lost all that hope as the season progressed. I think we're right, but the same spot we were, basically. I don't think there's been any progress over there other than tearing down some stuff they built in the way. So we've actually went backwards, right, if anything.
We're pretty much where we started a year and a half ago.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I'm done talking about it, but I'm not done talking about it because it's so crazy.
I was talking to Mr. Webster, the principal at Gibbs, and I've been in construction pretty much since I graduated high school.
Right.
And I've seen some goofy things in the construction world, but I have never seen a clown show like this in my whole.
And that's really a clown show. Yes, exactly.
I mean, it's like you've hired the Three Stooges and Dumb and Dumber to come out there and
Three
build a
Stooges
state.
was in my mind.
You know.
Short kick, and Gibbs able to rally, and I don't know that he gained more than a yard or two on that return. So good job, Gibbs Eagles, getting in there. Pole was in the way, couldn't see who made the tackle, but it's not a pole. It's just where the two windows joined together. I've never seen two windows so close yet so far away. I got an idea. Look, I'm smart. I'm slow, but I'm smart. See if I can get my obstructed view on the. No, I'm not putting it on the comments, Nelson. My producer's going to put it straight up on the screen. There we go. All right. I missed that play. Sorry, I was playing on my phone. Looked like a good play by Granger County for about 6 yards.
Most of them turned it back inside, and he fought. He fought his way up the field there a little bit.
So while being in the booth is nice, sometimes we have little obstructions. I'll try to get that on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. Sometimes the way the ball hits the field, where they're playing, I'm having to move my head and try to see it, so I apologize. Shotgun formation, little screen pass out there. He's going to have enough for the first down. Yeah. Here we go. Here we're going to get this view up here. And it's messing with us up here. How did you flip it like that? It was flipped. They still do stuff that amazes me. I send them a picture one way and they flip it the other. It's crazy.
Some scores of interest real quick.
Come on.
The winner of the Greenville and Fulton game, who will be playing next week, it does look like it will be Greenville. They're up 23-0 in the second quarter.
Oh, ball.
Ball.
And I don't know if that's not a fumble. They're going to call him down. He was on a there's going to be 15 more. It's going to be 15 more. It's getting chippy out there, just as we stated. So we got a white hat with a call over here. What else we got?
Greenville's 23-0 over Fulton right now. Elizabethton is beating Carter 21-0. The Halls Red Devils is winning 7-6 over undefeated Daniel Boone right now.
Oh wow!
I told you last week, get the state title shirts ready. 7-8.
Yeah, so they
hot off the press.
They called that on Cayman Shone there as what looks to be unsportsmanlike conduct. So I'm not sure what he done to draw that flag, but he did draw it, and he got a little shove afterwards for it too, so they did not call the retaliation shove. I don't know what that little spin move was about for the quarterback, but Hughes was on him, and almost picked off. Yeah, almost picked off.
Number 9, is that Chase Norman?
I think it is Norman.
Oh, got another hanky.
Yeah.
I believe that will be Granger County.
Yeah, just as I stated, we had some chippiness here. That was Chase Norman. Personal foul against Granger County. So we're going to get that 15 yards back, Blake.
Yep.
So it's going to be first and I-275 here.
Anderson County's up 34-0 to start the second quarter over Seymour.
They're having a phenomenal year.
Sweet Lord.
But you know that's the number 1 seed playing the bottom seed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Seymour's had a tough year, a very, very tough year. And they've played Greenville. They've played a lot of schools that can waylay you. And from my understanding, I actually got a friend whose son plays at Seymour.
Ooh.
Yeah, they're going to get 5 more back.
Golly, right over the ball, too.
Yeah, going to get 5 more back there. But anyway, Seymour is injury-riddled right now. And when I say injuries, I'm talking like broke stuff. I mean, guys in cast, they got a lot of players out. So fortunate to make the playoffs, but they don't have the depth. Really one of those probably they're kind of like, really, we got to go to the playoffs?
Right, I was starting to say, when you start a season, that's your goal is to get to the playoffs. But when your situation's like that, it's almost like, golly, I just soon stay at home.
You win enough, and when I say this, I'm talking like 10, 12 guys, I think, that are out with serious injuries. So yeah, it's going to be a long night for them. They're probably looking for that running clock. errant pass there thrown over the middle, incomplete. So we should have 3rd and 20 here. Gibbs getting some fresh bodies in. A lot of guys playing both ways tonight for Gibbs, a lot of guys. Same thing for Granger County. I've seen a lot of the same folks out there, but that kind of tells you the importance of this game.
You got to think Turner's thinking, get the ball back with about 2, maybe a hair under 2, go down, put another one on the board, and have a running clock, start the second half.
And if you do that and have a running clock to start the second half, almost picked off.
Bryson Allen read that well.
Allen was right there. If he was about 6 inches taller, he catches that ball. It was
Yep.
severely overthrown.
Him and Hunter Carnes are drinking the same Kool-Aid. Bless their hearts.
Yeah, but they both play well.
They play great.
Yeah. Called their names all season long, and that's, talking to these folks at home, I don't think I'm going to be able to do it again tonight. It's so hard to pick a player of the game the way Gibbs has been playing, man. It's offense, defense. There's so many guys contributing every week. I can't pick one. I can't pick 3.
Mm-hmm.
I can't pick 3 guys. I was talking to somebody, and they're like, you got to pick one. I said, no, I don't. It's our show. We don't have to do anything.
Right.
We can not pick one. We don't have to. But if you want to follow that, Gibbs Eagles Football on Facebook. Oh, he's wide open.
Oh, Lord.
It's 4th down, though.
Good stop.
Yeah, good
stop
open
for
field
Gibbs. Stop by Connor Atkins.
So you're going to have right at 2 minutes left here. That clock should stop 2:07, and Gibbs going to have the ball. But anyway, if you want to see the players of the game, on the Gibbs Eagles Football page, they do usually post a couple players every week. But, man, I can't pick 2. I really can't. I mean, I can pick both the Brysons, Walker, Palmer, Schoen, Hughes, West, just these names, and I'm leaving out Carnes, I'm leaving out Eli, offensive, defensive line. I want to pick them all.
Yep.
And it's just too many.
And that's such a good problem to have, too.
Yeah.
Because you look at some other area schools, they've got that one guy that's always making the plays.
Yeah.
And
another name, Connor Atkins.
Yeah.
We call it a bunch. I mean, again, just sitting here trying to name off the guys that I could name, I'm leaving names out, and it's impossible to pick a player of the game the way Gibbs has been playing this year. So that's going to be Butler running patiently and spin move. That knee seems to be fine, doesn't it?
Yeah, looked fine right there.
Yeah. So, again, for those of you who don't know, Butler had knee surgery earlier in the year, missed a handful of games, 4 weeks or so, 4 or 5 weeks of games, and got that thing repaired and is back out here playing. Palmer drops back to pass.
He's got Kamen wide open.
I believe that's going to be 6 for Schoen. Yep. Yeah, there you go. Touchdown Eagles. Kamen Schoen.
Kamen was baiting there a little bit.
Well, Kamen could have run to the pylon. I think he wanted to hit right there. Let me check this out again. It's delayed for us, folks. I get to see it again. So, yeah, he could have ran for the pylon. He slowed up and wanted that interaction with number 5.
Yeah, he slowed up at the 12.
Yeah. Coaches may discourage that from Kamen, but it's getting so chippy out there. I can just be honest with you. A 17-year-old high school student, I'd probably do the same.
There comes another hanky.
Yeah, I think that's going to be the story for the rest of the night, Blake, unless these – and at that point, if you've got one team, and wait to see who this is called. I don't want to go ahead and call it against Granger County just yet. But if you got one team that kind of continues to commit the personal fouls, do you not think that are your coaches doing anything to counter that?
Right.
Are they doing anything, hey, guys, you need to settle down or you're not playing? Field goal's good. Personal foul, Granger County. So it's going to be enforced on the kickoff here. So he's probably looking at a touchback.
Oh.
That's kind of it's one of those. That's kind of like the half the distance penalties sometimes. You're on the 8 and you get a personal foul. It's half the distance to the goal. You didn't really gain anything. Same thing with it when it's enforced on the kickoff. You're just going to get a touchback and they're going to get it on 20. Nonetheless, the penalty was called. Zebra's having an active night tonight. I think our white hat's tired. He's just not moving like he's with it. You can't see him in the picture at home. He's back here in the –
like his joints are a little bit stiff.
Yeah. What do you take for that? Osteoporosis and whatnot. A leave or something?
Tylenol.
Yeah.
I know my paddle used to give his coonhounds Tylenol before they'd go hunting when they got old.
So you can give them Benadryl too if they get like stung by a bee or something.
They're definitely onside.
Random facts. All right, we'll come back for the second half. We're going to have our trivia question. And I'll be honest with you, it's 3-part. I'm excited about it.
Is there any hints? Can you give any hints? No?
It's not high school related. We're talking college football. How about that? We're talking college football for the trivia. And
Was it about how many ugly dog contests Georgia's mascots won over the years?
So let me talk more about that. So you hear Eric Ainges' comment this week about Georgia's not a tough place to play.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just going to go on record and say that was a stupid comment.
Yep.
Maybe in 2004 when Georgia's having kind of the same time that we had the past couple of years, it's not a tough place to play. Right now, Georgia is as tough as Neyland to play. Tell me how tough Neyland was to play in 5 years ago.
Right.
It wasn't, so.
Well, and I think Eric Ainge is suffering from the same thing as a lot of regular UT fans are, not just a former player, is when's the last time Tennessee's had this kind of excitement, and
I think that was Musselman, and that was
been
remnant
two within a week of each other.
Six he had last week, just from the other side. So last week he came from the near side, and same play. He's been in there on that all night long. But and so even when in Eric Ainge's years we weren't that great, but we were better than Georgia, and they were in their multi-year slump. So, sure, back then Georgia wasn't a tough place to play. I think that having that number one on your back puts a huge target. I think Georgia's got a lot to play for this week.
Well, it's kind of that don't poke the bear.
Yeah.
Don't rattle the cage if you don't have to. And Tennessee, they're phenomenal this year, and then the offense. And
a little holding there that didn't get called. Big time hold there that didn't get called. Incomplete pass, so it doesn't really matter other than it would have been 10 yards, but they pretty much drug Braden Clapp to the ground there by his jersey and his everything else. So luckily it wasn't. But so you got a name like Eric Ainge out there on Twitter that's seen by a whole lot of people across the country. And then I didn't like the number one. Don't get me wrong, I love that Tennessee got the recognition they deserve, and I think with their strength of schedule they deserve the number one. But going in, Georgia, who's been number one all year, and all of a sudden you don't beat them but you take that spot, that's going to give them a little bit more to play for.
It's going to – obviously Georgia is no slouch.
No.
So no matter how good we are, it's going to be – good grief, look at that kid
he's
running.
Carrying players.
It's going to be a dogfight tomorrow.
Literally.
Coonhound
and an UGA.
Yeah, it's going to be an ugly football game. That could go either way. It is ugly. That thing is ugly. Mm-hmm. Lord have mercy.
At least a coonhound can do stuff.
Oh, yeah, he's cool.
Besides get a sinus infection. You seen that one? That's
can he?
It's back to pass. Got a man in the middle. Oh, good hit by Boone. Good job holding on to the ball. He's sore. He's going to feel that one. Let me go over here for a minute. Wow, Boone does a good job, too, getting his shoulder down. Yeah, he's coach. Mama. Oh, wow. I just watched the replay. Sorry. I hate y'all don't have that. Can we work on that for next year, Nelson, replay?
We need instant replay, and we need to be able to draw on the screen.
No, they're not going to let either one of us draw on the screen.
For the love
I'm pretty certain that's in the contract, is neither one of us is allowed to draw on the screen. I can't believe they let us both in the booth together.
I will fund the screen that I can draw on.
That takes me back to some John Madden days, man.
Those were the days.
I could watch anybody play Monday Night Football as long as John Madden was the one calling the game.
Yep.
To me, he's the GOAT in that industry, will be forever in my mind. Almost kind of like a John Ward of the calling the UT games. You're never going to top that.
Especially on Thanksgiving when he's always eating the turducken.
The turkey. Yeah,
the
turducken, yep.
Who would have thought you could spend 15 minutes breaking down a turducken? But John Madden did it.
And drew it on the screen and everything
multiple
else.
years. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's what we're missing here.
And he never flew anywhere. He took a bus everywhere he went. Scared to death to fly. Took a bus across. That's what the whole purpose of the bus was. That was his means of travel. So when they went from San Francisco to New York the next week, he was on the bus going across country.
I don't blame him. I tell people that I've never flown in my life and don't plan to. If God wanted me to fly, I'd have wings, and I've yet to see a feather pop up, so I'll just stay right here on Earth.
Some would argue the brains are the same, though. Oh, look here, Eli. Oh, Eli, you didn't get a flag on that one.
Oof.
Yeah. Eli just a touch late on that hit.
Eli was looking back. He was checking, making sure.
Granger County definitely knows that there's some blue jerseys. So we never finished this conversation. Speaking of blue jerseys, I like the blue on blue. I like the blue on blue look. I think it's tough. But I've not seen when they posted a thing on the Gibbs Eagles Facebook page this week, what's your favorite uniform? Man, I've liked all of them. I like the white on white. I like the blue on black with black helmets. I like the blue on blue. I've not seen one this year that I don't like. Of course, as you stated earlier, I am a Gibbs alumni. As long as we don't wear that trashy red.
Easy now.
Yeah, overthrown there, Allen on the coverage.
Future 5A state title 7 and 8 Red Devils. I'm telling you, jump on the wagon now.
4th down, 35-0. Going to start the second half of the running clock. Yet we've got 15.6 seconds left to go in this first half. Again, we're going to come out with our trivia question to start the second half. And just to give you an idea how tough it is, I'm going to have to look at my phone to check these answers. And
I'm excited.
Yeah, it's going to be.
I'm excited.
I think it's a good one. I don't know. Honestly, it's been a rough week for me. I've had a lot going on busy-wise, and the crew here will tell you that I've dropped the ball on a couple of things communication-wise. Had a lot going on. So I came up with this today sitting in the truck waiting at Site 1 on Lowell Road for a pickup that I had to do is when I came up with this question. So we'll get that in the second half. And they're snapping their fingers at me. Oh, here's the blue uniforms. We're going to put that up on the screen for you. Yeah. So I like the York game, the blue on blue with the white helmets. South Bull is a fan favorite when the black helmets were introduced, but I also like the white on white Halls and Webb. I think that's a good look. So, yeah, Gibbs coming out here, 6 seconds left. You kneel on it right here, right? You're up 35-0. Don't want to risk anything stupid to even lose momentum. I think you just take a knee right here and let's go to the
I'd say
locker
that's
room.
probably what they're going to do.
I know you would do different.
I would chuck it.
Yeah.
Palmer's got the arm. We've got the speed.
Yeah, I know you would do different, but have we got some ads we can show before the band plays? Let's talk about Marvelous Mondays. We got that coming up here in November, starting Monday, right? Yeah, so we've got Jonathan McNeese this week. So Clear Springs does this on Mondays through the month of November. And this is so that those of you that have a home church and you want to come see some of these preachers, please come on out. It's Monday. Service begin at 7. You're going to have Jonathan McNeese, Mike Stone, Jerry Vines, and Rock Collins all there. And this will be every Monday through November. So visiting preachers, anybody, welcome to come out. These are some great nights, folks. Again, move from Wednesday back to these folks. Now they're doing funny things with their fingers over here. I don't know. So, Marvelous Little Kids. We're going to have Monday nights at 7. So bring your kids and you can drop them off. Miss Jenny will watch them all night long like Lionel Richie. Telling you what, they love it. They love your kids. They love having them in there when they're screaming and they're upset and they got snotty noses. Bring them. They love them, and that's all they do in there is love on them.
And please feed them sugar before you drop them off.
Before you take them, give them Mountain Dews, gummy bears,
Kit Kat, Snickers.
Yeah, maybe send a baggie with them with gummy bears.
Or was those the Pixie Sticks, just pure sugar,
yeah.
just flavored sugar?
Yeah.
Nostrils, mouth, snort it.
So anyway, there will be child care. They learn in there. They go. Is it the same as Team Kid, Jenny? Yeah. So they get to go to the store. They get to go. They play games and they learn about Jesus, and it's just a fun night for everybody. All right, so we're getting ready for the Granger County Band here. We want to throw up a sponsor here real quick. Patterson TM Waste. There's the info again. If you need any. They sell gravel, they sell rock, they sell sand, they sell that little river rock you like to put in your flower bed. They'll haul it to your house in their dump trucks. Crush and run, you name it, they can get it. Look at that, big fancy Mack trucks. And you can also go up there and load your own trailer. If you got a dump trailer, want to go buy some gravel, they'll sell it to you. They got roll-off containers when you got a bunch of stuff you need to get rid of. Perry Realty Group, we want to go back to them. Phone number and email there at the bottom. Jot that down if you have any real estate needs. Good people. Again, these two sponsors were just the first two I called this morning. And without hesitation, they both said yes. And I didn't get to call anybody else. I had some other names on my list that I was going to call and try to get them, to help us out. But these two right here took care of it. Perry Realty Group was going to take care of all of it. He said, we're going to pay for it all. And I said, well, I've already got some from this guy. So if you'll give me the rest, we appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I can't say enough for them. Again, that was solely to help us out. They know they're not going to get rich off this one night being on Clear Springs Facebook page. We appreciate them greatly, and I can't thank them enough.
Cindy Gas, Jordan Maples, and Jared Williams. Z-Band ready. Presenting their 2022 show, Pirates Revenge. Please welcome to the field, the Gibbs High School Marching Band. It was by the order of the King of England, the Royal Navy came and destroyed what we call home. But they will pay. A pirate's life. But I live for one thing, and one thing only. We sailed for months in search of the ship that destroyed our lives. We didn't rest until they had paid for what they had done. They will pay.
and we are back, getting ready to start the second half here, Blake. Want to talk about sponsors again for just a second. We've got Patterson Tea and Waste, who was first to jump on. Again, contact them. We've got the logo at the bottom of the screen there that you guys can see. Rock, dirt, sand, specialty rock, whatever you need, roll-off dumpsters. I want to talk about Perry Realty Group, who sponsored this tonight. And again, guys, these guys sponsored it knowing this was a one-night deal, knowing they're not getting anything out of it. We appreciate them. We ask you to go use them. Tell you what, Blake, if I could go buy some land from Perry Real Estate Group and get a load of gravel from Patterson Tea and Waste and put it down there, I would. I mean, I'm that appreciative of what they've done for us tonight and everything they've done. So, again, the Perry Real Estate Group, we'll get their number and email address up there later for you guys. We've also got, Blake, I got word that we could have some Waffle House sponsorship helping us out next year. So as we come back, I don't know what our viewership is like right now, but I want to circle back to this as we get into the second half. We're going to be looking for more sponsors for next year. So this is a reoccurring thing that we've done every year for Gibbs High School for the past 6-8 years, and we plan on continuing to do so for the unforeseeable future. And we're going to be looking for some bigger sponsors. We want to do instant replay. One cat here wants to do drawn on the screen. So we're not going to be able to get that for you. Unfortunately, it's already been voted down. But the instant replay thing costs some money, so we want to try to get some sponsorship for that, and maybe we can provide that. So start looking early next summer. We may start contacting some of these people that have sponsored us up to now and looking for some new ones for next year so that we can get that instant replay going. I think that would be a great thing to be able to bring our viewers who are unable to attend the games. So 35-0, second half fixing to start. Going to have a rolling clock. What do you think?
Run the ball. Get out of here. Let's go to the house.
Let's go home. I like it.
Muzzleload opens in the morning.
I want to stay ahead by that 30 points, right? So you've got a 5-point cushion on that. I want to stay ahead by that. Gibbs is going to get the ball as they deferred at the first half, so they're going to get the ball to start the second half, and we're almost ready for the kickoff. So we'll take it back to the field and let you guys watch the second half. All right. It's Granger County here for the kickoff. I can't see who we got back. Looks like Hunter Carnes and Chase Norman. I lost the ball, Blake. I ain't going to lie to you.
Hunter's got it.
Hunter's got it. Okay. Hunter coming near side. Oh, makes a man miss.
He got some room.
Good run back. Good little quick feet. So good return for Hunter Carnes. Gibbs going to have the ball out, and Granger County 45-yard line is going to be where they spot it. Rolling clock, 11.5 minutes. I guess you and I who want to go home and go to bed are looking to just maybe add another score. At least match them from here on out. Right? Add one, and match everyone they do.
Yeah, give Butler the ball and let him run.
So at some point, if you're Gibbs, you do let off the throttle a little bit. I don't think it's right here at the beginning of the third quarter. I think you leave all your starters in.
Yep, Forrest Gump it. Run it.
I think you're going to see a handoff here to Butler. I think crazy not to. Just kill that clock and let's go home. No, we've got a pass out to Bryson Walker, and he's got room on the outside. Just going to be drug out of bounds there at about 21-yard line. I love watching these kids play, Blake. I can't even pick a favorite. I think I've watched Bryson Walker for a number of years now, so in my mind he's kind of a favorite. Graduated high school with his mother. That doesn't make me feel old at all. But I just love watching them play. They've each got their own unique little thing that makes them good at this sport. Oh, and just off the fingertips of Connor Atkins. He's going to dream about that one tonight. Just didn't get those arms.
He was there too.
Just enough.
He was there.
Oh, yeah, Blake, I forgot. I had to take the headset off there for a minute. Our trivia question for tonight. So, 3-part trivia question. I'm going to be lenient, Blake. I'm going to be a little lenient, but there's at least 2 parts that I want. We won't drag this thing out all night. And I'm going to have my people here watching the comments for answers. So, big SEC matchup coming up Saturday, Tennessee and Georgia. And I want you to tell me when the SEC was established, Where was the SEC established?
Know it.
And who were the original teams that were in it?
Touchdown.
So what year was the SEC established? Where did they establish it at? And what were the original teams? You know the original teams?
I know some of them, not all of them.
All right. Now hang on to that. Some of them are going to surprise you. I was surprised. I actually had to Google that part because you hear them talking about such a storied matchup with UT and Georgia. 50-ish games they played against each other over the years. And some of the teams are going to surprise you.
I know two of the three. I'm telling you, bud, I don't have much up top, but I do have useless information that I'll never use except for this broadcast.
Here we go with the light show. I totally missed the touchdown. I was doing the trivia. My bad. Y'all saw it. 41-0. So again, still got to run the clock down here.
Did he miss it?
No.
It should be 42-0.
He may have missed it. I'm sorry. I was in trivia mode, dude. I wasn't watching it.
Oh, I wasn't either. He was.
Really?
Oh no, he got it. He got it. Right there. It is.
Okay.
They clicked it up
They
there.
just now
That's
clicked it
acceptable.
up.
Well, he's automatic. I don't pay attention.
So you were supposed to watch that while I was focusing.
Well, I
on
thought
the
the
trivia
signal was good, but they scared me.
All right. March 2, 1903. No, that's not it. You're probably all right. So the Southern Conference and the Southeastern Conference are two different things. Dustin Buckner, my boy, coming in with part of the answer. Was established in Knoxville. I'm going to give you that one. So now, Dustin, you've given everybody part of it. You've given everybody part of it. Steak dinner at the Chop House, Jason Dunn. I will see. Actually, so we've got with Waffle House. How about a dinner at the Waffle House? I can probably do that. Tim Boriff is wrong on part of it.
Yeah, he's wrong.
Yeah, he's wrong on a lot of it. No,
Yeah.
how are you going to change it that much, Tim?
Yeah, you can't change it that quick, Tim. Good grief.
It's like you used to be up here in the booth and got tired on us. Tim, there's a thing called Google. I encourage cheating. I don't know if I've said that yet tonight. I encourage, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. So Google this stuff and come at me with some real answers. Again, do not confuse the Southern Conference for the Southeastern Conference.
Oh,
And
that was
you're
initial.
gonna- You're going to be surprised at some of the members. Some of them you're not going to be surprised about.
You know, you could add a fourth part to that question.
I've got an off-air. 1932. So we've got 1932, which was the year. We've got Knoxville, which was the location, waiting on the teams. Tim Borf, just hang up and listen.
Should we ask him? Should we make him tell us the exact
1932 was the
building
year.
that they met in?
Ooh, tell me the building, Blake. Go out there.
It's used to be the old Farragut Hotel
Yep,
down.
the
It's
Farragut
stamped on the
Hotel.
building downtown.
Yep, Farragut Hotel. Granger breaking a big run out here out to midfield and still running, stumbling, tumbling,
Good
pushing.
grief.
Goodness gracious, what a run. I wish I knew that kid's name.
I think it's the Hyatt now, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Named after Jalen Hyatt.
But 1932, you're right. The old Farragut Hotel was where they met. And I'm going to go ahead and give the schools because I don't think anybody's going to Google
Sewanee
that
and
far.
Tulane was part of it,
Sewanee
correct?
and Tulane was part of it.
Georgia
find
Tech
it.
was in it.
So the 13 original members: Alabama, Auburn, Florida, Georgia, Georgia Tech, Kentucky, LSU, Mississippi, Mississippi State, Sewanee, Tennessee, Tulane, and Vanderbilt. That was your original 13 teams. They just missed it. It don't count.
Yeah, he's wrong. That makes him wrong.
He's wrong. Tim, have Candy go open a window and let some of the wrong out of your house. But in 1932, 13 schools from the Southern Conference departed and formed their own conference. And that happened in Knoxville, Tennessee at the Farragut Hotel.
And Vanderbilt should have left with Sewanee and Tulane.
Yeah, So what gets me, if you're, of course, I understand that over the years these conferences evolved, I think, without question, and this, not even biased because UT is in the SEC, I think without question it is the best conference in the nation.
It's not even close.
You've got Georgia, you've got Alabama, you've got LSU, you've got even now Ole Miss and Tennessee coming to the table, Florida, and even South Carolina, top 25 now. It's just, and this is year over year, right? They've always got 5, 6, 7 teams in the top 25, and in the national championship picture every year for a good stint here recently. But you got Georgia Tech, who leaves it. I'd rather lost Vanderbilt and kept Georgia Tech.
Yeah, Vanderbilt. Are they? I forget they're in the SEC sometimes.
But, you know, the funny thing about the SEC is Vanderbilt is a team that can beat you. And I think that's what sets it apart. Likely no. But you look at historically over the years, Kentucky, South Carolina, kind of in that middle of the pack. And they'll take down a Florida. They'll take down Alabama. They can win those games. And so that's what I think makes it the greatest. I don't think it's Alabama. I don't think it's Georgia. I don't think it's Florida. I don't think it's Tennessee this year that makes the SEC the greatest conference. I think it's those teams in the middle of the pack that can and will beat you, that when you compare that to a Big Ten, there's not many teams. You got Michigan State. Maybe it's the one middle of the pack school they've got that can take you down week over week.
Yeah, it's a pretty vanilla conference. Most.
So wrapped up in the backfield.
I'm going to be honest with you. I think Alcoa could play a Big Ten schedule and go 5-5.
So you got DeJuan Harris on the tackle there. In the backfield, 3rd down and 10. Love this environment tonight. I love that the Gibbs faithful came out. I don't know what our viewership is like, but somebody's showing me our viewership. Like I can read it. We got 85 on here now, but greatly appreciate the Gibbs Eagle Nation coming out to support their team tonight, traveling across town. Not that far of a drive, but they've come out to see them and support them. The crowd's been loud. They've been in it. We got 42-0 here, Blake. So Gibbs looking to, I think at this point, I think we go ahead and say we're going to Greenville next week, right?
Yeah. Last time I checked, Greenville was up 37-0.
Okay. So Nelson reminded me, we're not going to Greenville. Gibbs is going to Greenville.
Yeah.
So again, folks, so this is a couple reasons we're not going to go to Greenville, one of which is for all of us to get off work and get an hour and a half away, hour and 20 minutes, whatever it is. Potential interception right there for Connor Atkins. Just kind of swats that one away. It's a long drive for all of us to get off work and be up there, but again, this is a very costly thing to put on, and the fee is week over week. You got to pay the home team gate fee every week for these. So. But more than that, we probably could have made that happen. I think we've got enough charitable folks out there that would have helped us out with that. That's really not the concern. It was just really making it happen and getting an hour and a half away on a Friday night after we've all worked until 5, 6 o'clock. It's hard enough to get right here in Knoxville. I'm kind of excited about maybe potentially having some Waffle House stuff next year.
Oh, that'd be phenomenal.
I was just I don't know if I was allowed to tell that on the air, but I went ahead and told it. I talked to Mike today, Mike Mount, and he told me they'd like to get involved. And I lost the comment, Kevin. Show it to me again. Oh, Pete did? Oh. He got all the teams and the location. He's a lot smarter than I am, though. That's my Uncle Pete. Got all those answers right.
Is he from Texas?
Yeah, she's claiming it. This is my Aunt Diane. She's claiming it on there, but I believe her. She's trustworthy. No, he's not from Texas.
Texas
right
Pete.
Texas Pete. I like it. Got Butler with a good carry here for about 4 yards. You're going to have 3rd and short, which usually is in Gibbs' favor. I think your whole playbook's open right here, right, Blake? Do whatever you want.
Yeah, I think you're going to see Butler with the ball again, though.
Well, game situation and situational football. You're up 42-0, so your playbook's open all night long. But I think if I'm Gibbs, no matter what the score is, 3rd and 3, I can do whatever I want. Palmer falls there on the give. Butler trying, and he's going to get the first down yardage and lowers the shoulder and says, "Come at me." Hopefully we can keep the chippiness to a minimum in the second half. It's going to go pretty quick.
I mean, third quarter's almost over with already.
Yeah, 3.5 minutes. Clock's still rolling. And I think we're going to see that throughout the rest of the second half. That's something that TSSAA has put in to kind of end the misery, if you will, for those schools that are just getting beat beyond all measure. So you're going to see Palmer shotgun here, sending Allen in motion. To give to Butler. Oh, no, that's Eli.
Hubbs.
That's Hubbs, and he's barreling down to the 25-yard line.
Randy Moss on the
I'll
run
tell
there.
you what, that was a little more speed than Hubbs normally carries. He was rolling on that one.
He had them little drumsticks moving on that one.
I apologize for not calling his name correctly there. We've been given to Butler, and I didn't notice that we had switched running backs here. Good run there by Eli Hubbs. So first down at the Granger County 25. And we greatly appreciate, too, something we've not talked about tonight, Fulton letting us use their field. I don't know if they had the option, but I'm assuming they did. And in all these schools that have let us play their Gibbs and No Stadium Tour this year, and all these schools have just been gracious and basically given us the keys to their facility. And even train, you've seen the light show that Richie Beeler's been putting on down there on the field. You know, they've even showed us how to use some of the special features of these fields that we hope to one day have and be able to utilize. So very kind of them to do that. And again, I want to thank all of our folks here, Nelson, Kevin, Jenny, Keaton, for doing this week over week. And we plan on being here again next year. Just keep in mind, again, we're going to be looking early summer, talking to some folks about sponsors. We want to buy some more equipment so that we can bring you instant replay. And it's the Eli Hubbs Show. Around the corner, touchdown, Eli Hubbs.
Yutsy.
I know that excites you, right?
That's my boy.
I know that excites you. What did you call him last week? We got a flag down.
I called him Randy Moss.
Catch any flack over that this week?
I did catch flack over that.
Yeah.
Some kids, I'll call him by name, Wyatt Wester, the Honey Badger. He said, "Why are you always talking about Hubbs for?" I said, "Well, Hubbs making all the plays, catching bombs,
on defense, Honey Badger says,
catching bombs downfield, running over people like a little Mike Allstott."
Honey Badger says, "I got some defense to show you." Reminds me so much of Mike Allstott. Just the way he runs, the way he carries himself. So we got on for the extra point here, Benji Angola. That's the one thing I can see really well is that goalpost. And it looks to be good. So you're going to have 49-0 here. Light show on the field. And Gibbs fixing the kickoff again here. Third quarter is going to come to a close not long after that kickoff. We got a minute 36 here. Clock does stop in between possessions. We've got our Harry Realty Group ad up on the screen. So, Blake, talk a little bit again about Marvelous Mondays. That starts this Monday, the 7th, coming up at Clear Springs Baptist Church, 7350 Tazewell Pike. And going to have a different preacher there every Monday night. You can see on the screen, Jonathan McNeese will be Monday, Mike Stone, Jerry Vines, and Rock Collins. You got a home church, come see us. It's a great night to just come out and worship. These are great pastors from I want to say all over the country, but it's all over Georgia, and one from Tennessee. Did we plan that with Georgia Week coming up? I don't know. Maybe we should have had more Tennessee preachers.
Is that if we win? I mean, are we going to ridicule them or?
All right, so the penalty was on Gibbs here, and we're going to have a little disadvantage on the kickoff. Granger County looking to have good field position to start this drive. I don't think that's going to hurt your running clock, Blake. Even if they score, you're still going to be up by 42. So still got a running clock. Angola wanting to kick one deep here. And a good kick. Good kick. Going to be caught. Fumbled there at the 15-yard line. Going to give Gibbs time to pursue him down there, and he finds a hole.
Uh-oh.
And all he's got to beat is Angola.
Oh!
Wow.
Sweet goodness.
Angola.
Benji Angola knocked him back to Granger County.
So if you're at home right now and you wonder why we want instant replay, this is it.
Oh, my Lord.
Please, if you know anybody that would like to sponsor this and help us with the $3,000 we're trying to raise for instant replay.
And if you all would let me draw on the screen, I could show where he landed in the parking lot.
So that was amazing. Benji Angola, I have to say, I'm not surprised. He's a good-sized kid, but I didn't see that coming. He just lowered the shoulder and sent him back. So
sweet. Is Benji Angola the player of the game?
No, because
we've
had a couple of those hits. But again, and that's a name I didn't mention, Blake. So again, we were talking earlier about all these names. Man, he's been faithful all year long. Just his extra points, his field goals, he's kicking deep. Again, a kicker that doesn't get any recognition even from us. But again, that's another name that we just don't get out there.
I've not seen a hit like that from a kicker since Pat McAfee when he played for the Colts.
I like McAfee on game day now.
He cracks me up. He might have the most beautiful version of Rocky Top since Dolly Parton.
I hate it for Lee Corso that he's battling illness and whatnot, but I don't think they could have done – I guess they could have done better. And this is probably, my opinion, I like Pat. I think he's doing a good job. So into the third quarter. Try to run an ad here, and we'll go to break for just a second. We'll be back for the fourth quarter.
Family of faith are 3 words that truly describe the wonderful relationships we share at Clear Springs. We want you and your family to come and feel at home and be part of our family. At Clear Springs, you're surrounded by a caring, loving family who will help you and your family grow, sharing the good times, but also helping you shoulder the tough times. We strive to reach out to people, create forever friendships, and share the love of Jesus with those around us. Whether you are a large family or a family of one, we invite you to be part of our family at Clear Springs.
All right, and we are back. So Granger County going to have good field position just inside the 50-yard line to start this drive. Still coming out of the quarter change, having trouble getting lined up. I felt that hit up here, didn't you, Blake?
Yeah, my ribs are hurting a little bit.
A little reverse action here.
Oh, look alive, look alive.
Gibbs stays at home, and he throws it, and it's dropped.
Oh, my Lord.
Great play design there by Granger County.
Wah, wah.
Little reverse with a flea flicker action to it, and a good referee toss there by the white hat. And so Granger County facing third down and 10. Clock still rolling.
Wide receiver hit him in the bad spot, hit him right in the hands.
Bad spot if you want to catch it right. I think after some of these hits, Blake, I'm not sure if they want to catch the ball. You know, Boone's lowered the shoulder a couple times. Benji Angola just let him know who he was.
I'm pretty sure that's the same kid that Boone hit earlier in the game. That poor individual, he'll be soaking in the Epsom salt bath all night.
Yeah, I don't know how there's not a flag on that play right there, but there wasn't. The whole offensive unit was moving when the ball was snapped. Nonetheless, that's a Granger County game, first down. And so give it to Granger County. They started this game off with some fight. Just had a few mistakes, and it seemed to kind of snowballed on them. They've not really been able to recover as one thing led to another. And Gibbs' consistency moving the ball on offense. And as we talked about earlier, you know, Gibbs has been good all year. When you start ripping them, they usually find a way to fix what's going on. And they've shored up that defense and a good job tonight. Granger County having to go to some trickery to get them. Well, watch for that movement again here. Ball was on the ground there, so.
Oh, my goodness.
A little bit of a low throw there. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Again, that clock still just slowly rolling. We got Charlie Higgins to send us an instant replay, I think.
Mine's blurry.
Yeah, it's because of the way it was sent. But he's rewound it. See, folks, you can watch this on YouTube and on Facebook. And I found out. Pass over the middle. I think that's miscommunication there on the Granger County side. But at my house, I use the Fire Stick and I have YouTube TV. So I log on to YouTube on the TV. And one of the nights that I was unable to make it, I got home mid-third quarter and was watching you guys. I like it on the Fire Stick and watching on YouTube because it's so easy to rewind. I can rewind and watch stuff over. I really like that. But there are a couple different ways you can watch. And again, not to beat a dead horse, but keep in mind if you know people, we will be looking for sponsors early next summer to try and improve what we're doing and be able to give you that replay live without you having to rewind. So clock moving, 8:59. I think Gibbs maybe gets one more possession. I think this going to sail into sunset. Beautiful night for football. A little bit warm. I'm still, so many of these games we've been chilly, if not cold, this late in the year. Unusual warm streak for November. Shotgun formation. He's got a guy on the far side of the field. I would say get out of bounds, but it doesn't matter. So it's going to be a first down. Feeling a little bit chippy over there. So 1st and 10, Blake, 8 minutes. What was that final of the Greenville game? Can you get me a score on that? You find me something on that?
See what we got.
Gibbs going to be traveling to Greenville next week. I believe Greenville is the #1 seed in that bracket. I'm looking for Greenville score and Carter score.
As soon as Coach T decides to load here, we'll rattle those
got all
off.
these folks here in the stadium using up all the bandwidth, if you will. It's like being at UT, right? No, not the same.
Let's see.
Band is fired up tonight. I really enjoyed last week having the ref mic'd up. That was cool. We should figure out
What we're showing right now, Elizabethton is up 49-7 on Carter in the 3rd.
Oh, and
There's a little bit
Granger
of
County may break the end zone right here. No, he's going to get drug out of bounds at the 1.
Greenville is up on Fulton 45 to nada.
45 to nada. All right. That's what we got next week.
And if you did order those Halls state title shirts, hurry and cancel your order. They're down 30-7 now. Get your money back. Do not hit purchase.
So Granger County threatening to score here.
Anderson County. Seymour scored 48-6. Good for them.
And that's Granger County in for the score. Going to get themselves on the board tonight. So 49-6. .639 left to go. Shout out to Granger County. They traveled well tonight. Got that visitor stands about full, and did they go for 2, Blake?
Yep, and they got it.
I don't understand the maybe they don't have a good kicking situation.
I'm guessing they don't.
I mean, because 49-8 looks the same as 49-7 to me. If that winds up being your final score,
Yeah, don't stop the running clock. So
yeah. So I don't know what you've got to gain there by going for 2, other than maybe you just don't have a kicker or confidence in such. Mathematically, I don't see that going for 2 there. But either way, our score is 49-8. And we want to thank again Patterson Tea and Waste, whose information is on the screen, and the Perry Realty Group for helping us be here tonight. We thank the Fulton folks for letting us use Bob Black Field. And I feel like last game of the season, Blake, I don't want to go without thanking anybody. If you think of something that we've missed, please let me know. But love these kids, enjoyed calling these games this year. To these youngsters that go back and watch these games, I can't say enough for how proud I am of them. It says a lot to do what they've been able to do this year. You're going to go into the second round of the playoffs, if nothing more, without a home stadium. Eagle Nation has traveled well, but you've not played at home, and that's a big deal. They've won a lot of these games on the road, beat some good opponents on the road, and even when you're at home, you're somewhere else. I just can't say enough about this team, from the special teams to the linemen to the skilled players. Good onside kick there and he's going to fall on it. I think a Gibbs player has it. I can't see exactly who's on the ball. Good onside kick by Granger County, perfectly executed. Wyatt West was in there. And it looks like, I think, Quez Sharp was the one that picked it up and actually fell on that ball. Him and Wyatt were both running together. I couldn't tell who come up with it, but I think it was Quez. But anyway, just so proud of this team, this coaching staff, and what they've done given the circumstances at which they've done it. Would be very easy to have a lot of excuses this year as to why you weren't able to make the playoffs, why you weren't able to get there, but just a phenomenal effort by these guys. So going to stay in the shotgun, going to send Boone in motion, who's going to take the give. and he's going to have at least 4 or 5 yards, maybe more. Going to run out of bounds after about a gain of 7.
Hey, bud, I'm going to jump in here for 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. Come on, or you might turn you up a little bit.
I'm just going to say you all deserve a shout-out, too, for what you do. Bud and Blake, I hear comments from everybody at Stop at Waggles, everybody saying, hey, love what y'all doing, thank you for what y'all doing, and how do you keep Blake in check? I think that's a lot of comments I get, right? Well, it's tough. But you all deserve shout-outs, too, and Jason, Tim Boers, all year. You know, y'all done a great job.
Well, we appreciate that. It's fun. It's fun being on this side. It's still tiring. I enjoy it, and if I'm being honest, a lot of weeks, you know, you're working on Friday, and it's like I got to get here. I got to get. While you're raising your hand, I was waving Gibbs coaching staff, leaving the booth, going down to be ready to celebrate with the team. You dread it almost, and then you get here, and it's fun. Man, it's a blast. I love doing it. I feel blessed to have the opportunity to be here. Undeserving, but it's so much fun, but it is a lot of work. It's a long night. You get in bed at 12:30, 1 o'clock by the time we take all this stuff down and put it home. Looking like, who is that running, Blake? Number 24.
J.J. Maldonado.
Maldonado. So we got some other guys getting a carry here. And I think that's the prudent thing to do with a running clock, 49-8 score. Let's let some other guys play. I think we got a different quarterback here. I believe Palmer's on the sidelines.
Chase Norman in the game.
Yeah, so good for these younger guys to get to play. I think you got your starting offensive line out there still probably, but a little option play there, and he's going to fight to get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gain a yard. About a yard on that, so clock ticking down to 3:57 and rolling. Got your Perry Realty Group logo on the screen. Again, thankful to those folks. And again, to those that are still listening, please, if you know people that would like to be a part of this and help us, understand we do not have millions of viewers, but we appreciate the help. We're doing this for the fans and for the kids. A lot of these kids go back and watch this. They enjoy that. They enjoy ragging on Blake for comments he's made. But that's what we do it for. It's for those that can't come, those that can't make it, and these kids like to watch it. So understand you're not on national television, but if you can and would like to help, we're looking for more next year. And Gibbs just content right here to kind of run that clock down, right, Blake? Just keep the ball safe, run it.
Just get out of here.
Cheer it up and let's go home.
Go back to the crib.
I might could watch Blue Bloods tonight. I'm not going hunting in the morning.
I'm going hunting.
I don't have to anymore. My kids keep the freezer full. I just stay at home.
We'll be up in God's country in the morning in Washburn.
I think Owen's going to step out to the backyard. There's deer that walk through there, so he's going to go in the backwoods behind the house.
Hunt the bird feeder.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, nice little counterplay there. Watch that football. Granger County has pulled for. That's a big kid right there.
Nice hair.
Yeah. He plays for Granger County and Guns N' Roses.
What was that? What was that? What was that hairspray all the women used to use back in the day?
There was an Aquanet.
Yes, that's what I'm
Aquanet?
thinking about. The
Yeah.
one that killed the ozone layer, according to Al Gore.
Just got a text from Wes Clapp, a Knoxville drag strip. See what it says here. Got you some sponsorship next year. We appreciate that, Wes. I had heard through the grapevine that you wanted to be on board. I'm a little embarrassed that you didn't just call me, but I appreciate the text. And we're excited about that one. When I mentioned that one earlier, that had potential, I got some raised eyebrows, so we're excited about that sponsorship and working with you. All right, so Gibbs going to take a timeout, Blake?
I think they were lined up wrong, but I don't know what it matters at this point.
I can see Wes's boy, Braden Clapp, down there on the field right about now, taking a drink of water. Got neglected on a pretty bad hold call earlier. They had everything but his undershorts. Nonetheless, it didn't matter. 49-8, Gibbs going to come out of here the victor tonight. 1:43 left. Once we snap the ball, the clock will go back to running. I really like that rule, Blake. Some of these games could get out of hand and be 100-0.
Depends on who you're playing.
Yeah.
you know, if you're up big on a team like, I don't know, let's say Powell, for instance, you know.
Was Halls up big on Powell this year?
Mm-mm.
Okay, I didn't know.
The closest they sniffed was 13-3.
Okay, I was curious.
But, again, you know, when Powell loses, America wins. I'd rather see North Korea win than Powell. So if you have the chance to hang three digits on them, do it, by all means.
Yeah, normally I would say tell us how you really feel, but I don't want you to do that.
That's as churched up as we get, fellas.
Yeah, just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. So, first down, Granger County, going to be at their own 48-ish yard line. Clock rolling 1:19 seconds. And so I think we're going to see a few plays here. Granger County might get some trash points at the end of the game. Gibbs going to roll a lot of different guys out there. And, again, we've got some starters on the line, but we're going to have a completely different secondary than what you've seen all night.
Oh.
And we're going to jump off sides here. Most likely it's going to be the call. Laundry's on the field. I think the officiating crew's done a pretty good job tonight.
Yeah, I have no complaints.
We could complain about missed calls, as I have a couple of times, but I think that's been overall a good crew tonight.
And I'm easy to complain about refs. You know, I think back to the Clinton game, those jabronis that they decided to put referee jerseys on. I don't know if they were qualified to fry French fries at McDonald's, but this crew's been pretty good.
Yeah. I got a question on here, the Hall score. It's pretty bad lopsided, Larry.
Yeah, Larry, do not order the T-shirt.
Yeah,
do not order the state title shirts.
30-something to 3 or 30-something. They've lost. They've lost. And that's going to be your ball game, I'm pretty sure. I don't think that Granger County is going to get another snap off here. It looks like they're trying for some quick points at the end of the game. But I believe they might get this snap off, Blake. We got 7 seconds. So this is for sure going to be the last play of the game, and he heaves it towards the end zone.
Oh, you're kidding.
They are going to get some trash points. So,
oh, Lord.
Still going to wind up ball game.
There comes another hanky.
49-12. I almost hope this is coming back. I think if I'm Granger County, I just take a knee in that situation. But you've got your freshmen and sophomores out here for Gibbs trying to let up on them a little bit. We've done it on offense and defense.
Oh, ball game. That's a personal foul on Granger County.
Yeah, so ball game. All right, so final score, 49-14 is what the scoreboard's showing. And, folks, we appreciate it. And you can watch the Gibbs Eagles. That game, if it's at all streamed or anything, we'll let you know. We'll get on social media and let you know. But you can follow Gibbs Eagles football. And JJ's pretty good about posting the score every time something happens. So that's how I keep up with it when it's not streamed, is I just watch the score on Facebook. Again, that's Gibbs Eagles football.
And do not count us out because it's Greenville. I could be wrong, but it's not likely. It'll be a ball game. It'll be a ball game.
You're feeling it, huh? You're feeling it.
I'm feeling it. I've been wrong one time this year, and it's because I second-guessed myself. Yeah. So listen. It's going to be a ball game.
I do not disagree with you. Well, we thank you one more time. If I can get these ads up one more time, again, so gracious for Patterson Tea and Waste and the Perry Realty Group. The contact information is on the screen. We greatly appreciate them and all that they've done for us just for tonight. It's a big deal to me, and I hope you guys appreciate it as well. If you have a need in either of those two industries, please use those two companies. All right, and Blake, we're going to call it a night. Thank you for all your help this year. And
enjoyed being here.
We thank you for watching, and we'll see you next year.
On behalf of the Clear Springs Baptist Church Network and our staff, we want to take the time to thank you for watching this football game. We love our community, and we love Gibbs. We also want to take this time to give our invitation for you and your family to come join us on Sundays at 10:15, Sunday nights at 6 o'clock, and Wednesday nights at 6:30 at Clear Springs Baptist Church. We have fun for the entire family, and we want to invite you to come and grow with us.